Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks, and it's another random destruction. This this one would have been put up on Sunday, and I was going to look at the BT7A today. I know everybody's got one, but you know, some people might be struggling with you know, how to play it, that sort of thing. So I was going to look at that, but I've decided to actually swap it and do that Sunday instead of random destruction, which is why you've got it tonight. And Sunday I will be having a look at the BT7A and sort of try and give a few tips on how to play it and sort of be successful in it. Anyway, back to this match. I'm in the CptBeardfaceKGK, which is a great little heavy tank. It's a tier 5 match on ELC and standard battle, and when this is top tier it is a beast. It uses the 57mm, which is an option on the standard KV1, but I think this has 100 more horsepower. And fairly well armoured, especially if you angle it, and it's a brilliant tank for learning how to angle your tanks. And even unangled against certain tanks, yeah, it's just really tough anyway, you know, like the tier 3s, and they will struggle with this. Now the 57mm might not have the most damage. I think it's something like 85 roughly per shot, but it's got I think about 112, and this is from memory, so I might get these numbers slightly wrong. I think it's about 112 pen, I think, and a very, very good rate of fire. I won't say it's around 26 rounds a minute. It might be slightly less than that, but it's a very, very good rate of fire anyway. So what it lacks in damage, it makes up for in sheer volume, and you know, sort of volume of rounds put downfield. So yeah, it's not a bad crew trainer. It's a dual nation crew trainer as well, Russians and Germans. It's a German tank, but I quite like it. I think it's just great fun, great for training your crews in. And like I say, when it's top tier, it's a beast, as you can see here. I've not taken any damage yet. I've been shot at quite a few times and just taken none at all. I'm going to probably take some from this Hetzer if he hits me. No, tracked him. He couldn't get his gun to me. Probably because he was using HE. Well, I'm assuming he was. He had the derp gun on it, the howitzer, so I would imagine he was firing HE at that thing. So if he'd have put one at me, I wouldn't have done a lot, but it would have given me a bit of damage. And yeah, that was crap, wasn't it? That was quite a bad shot. No, he's done for, and we've got a tier 4 T28. He won't be any trouble, although no, it's been a while since I've been in the T28, but I think one of the guns that it could have does pack a bit of a punch and can probably get through one of these. So let's see if we can take him out. Oh no, he's bouncing. So if it does, he's not got it equipped. And I do like the new physics, because you couldn't get through there before. So yeah, that's nice. And there's another one, another alleyway like that with steps in it, and you can get through there now. And that's it. All of a sudden, match over. So I've trundled my way down the western side of the map, and then next thing you know, match is over, and I'm coming out with a top gun. That's what I mean with the CptBeardfaceKGK being a bit of a beast when it's top tier. But yeah, not a bad little match. 1200 damage done, or just over. High caliber and a top gun. Quite happy with that. Nice little training session for my crew. And this one, I think it was from a few days ago, or a couple of days ago at least. And the next one, well, hopefully you'll find the next match as amusing as I did while I was playing it. I don't know if I mentioned recently that I repurchased the ELC since the update, because obviously we have the handbrake now, which I think is what the ELC was really missing. I've seen some fantastic videos of the ELC on PC with the handbrake, where people, you know, they sneak up on a tank or zigzag towards it, go just past it, handbrake it round and put a shell into the backside of them. And I want to do stuff like that, so I rebought my ELC, and I've been practicing and just having some fun, and I think that if you've not tried the ELC yet, or you've had it and you didn't like it because of the fact that, you know, it's not got a traversable turret, give it another try. Now that we've got the handbrake, it completely changes how you can play this tank, and I have had so much fun in it. And that was a close one. I've got a really crap crew in here, very, very basic, about 20% camouflage, and that's it. Because my French crews are terrible. Oh, I'm glad that was an ally and not an enemy tank, because that would have been the enemy right there. And I think there are several times in this match where I probably should have died. But it is so much fun with the handbrake. Now, I'm not being spotted, or if I have, nothing's looking at me, but I am risking it a bit. And the only piece of equipment I've got on it at the minute is a gun lane drive as well, and its aiming time is pretty poor. I've got to admit, you know, its rate of fire is not brilliant. I think it's just over 5 rounds a minute. Aiming time is pretty poor, as you could see. But it packs a punch. It's a 90mm on this little tier 5 light tank. So average, I think, 240 damage. Pen, I wouldn't say it's fairly low for a 90mm, I think, although again it's from memory, but I want to say it's about 145, although I could be wrong, and it could be sort of a bit more like 160. I really can't remember off the top of my head. But I'm just doing a bit of active scouting, causing a bit of a distraction as well, hopefully, to the enemy tanks. They might be turning the turrets to try and shoot at me or try and hit me, and that'll allow my teammates to get some shots in without actually taking any return fire, which is quite a nice little light tank tactic if you're in the tank that can do it, or you've got the ground that can do it. And I think somewhere like this, where it's quite open and flat, you've got to be in something like the ELC. Very small, very quick, very hard target to hit. Now here is where I have a bit of a derpy moment. I'm getting shot at all the while, and yeah, just couldn't quite turn. Luckily though, I hit my ally, because if I hadn't, I'd have been dead again. And yeah, I don't know how, but the Jagdpanther just missed me. That was very, very close. That was probably at least one of the moments where I really should have died. And here's another one. Yeah, derp. And now I really am in the Viper's nest, aren't I? Completely surrounded by enemy tanks. Luckily, that one just damaged my tracks slightly from the VK there. But I need to get out of here. Right, spin it about, and let's see what I can do. Can I get this champion? Yes, I can put a hit in him. Get the hell out of here before I get shot at again, and just hope that I'm not going to get around sort of in the shoulder blades, so to speak. Try and avoid that one, because I don't want that other one behind me to get a shot in. And I just find the ELC so much fun now. I know I've said it before, but it just is so much fun. Right, let's go and see if I can lend a hand to anybody that's champion here. Stop and aim. He's occupied. There's nobody paying attention to me at the moment. Oh, although now he might be, because they've killed that tank. Time to get out of there again. And it's pretty even at the minute. We've got a 2-tank lead now. It's a 1-tank lead, and the IS is about done. Can I do a little drive-by? No. It went off into orbit. So, spin it around. Whoa. Again, that was another point where I probably should have died, because I nearly went straight off the cliff. Have a collision with the T-34. And finally managed to get it round on the IS, but only after he's killed the T-34, and I couldn't help but feel a little bit guilty that could have possibly been my fault that he died, because I did, well, I don't know, I'm a small tank, he could have pushed me out of the way, and he was doing, but I don't know. I feel a bit guilty. I feel that I contributed towards his death, but at least I avenged him. Now we've built up a bit more of a lead. We've got 3 tanks. Well, 3 tank lead, should I say. Oh, a little tier 4 light. Let's see if we can have him. How close do I get before I fire? There's the champion, and yeah, that'll do. Oh, did not want to hit that rock. And now it's just a case of 2 mediums that are left. One's a champion. Where's the other one? And what is the other one? See, I don't think I was wondering what it was at the time. I just didn't care. That's why I've not brought the team list up. Normally I would have done by this point, just to see what was left. Oh, there's the champion. Yeah, it's not safe for me to shoot him from there. I need to get around him, get somewhere else. And hopefully, he might not be dead by the time I get there, and I might be able to get another hit in. Where is he? There he is. Now I'm going to wait until I get close, just to try and make it as... No. Come on, fire. Oh, never, it bounced off his tracks. That was my own fault. That was a crap angle. I think I was frustrated with myself at the time for that one as well. But up until that it looked quite cool. So, never mind. But there you go. The AMX ELC, my go-to tank when I just need to have a bit of fun and a bit of a mess about. And I can't wait till I get a good crew in it and get it fully equipped. But yeah, I just, like I say, if you've not tried it, just go and give it a try. It's tier 5, it won't take you too long to get to it on the French line. If you've been through it and didn't like it, or you know you've been in it and got rid of it but you did quite like it but you've not got it again yet, I seriously would recommend just picking it up and having a runabout in it, using that handbrake to excess and just having fun. But I am definitely going to practice and practice and practice in that thing, so I can just do that handbrake round, boom. I think that's going to be yeah, quite funny when that happens. Now we've got one more replay coming up for you, and this one is pre-update as well, so this is update 3.4. so we've not got the range markers, we've not got the new physics, and I think this is possibly the last replay that I've got from sort of pre-update. I think I've got some fail clips from pre-update, but that's they're a bit different anyway. I've definitely got some from after the update. Yeah, I did something very silly earlier, but I don't know. I might put it in the BT7A review because it was in that, or I might save it for a World of Fail, which I've not done actually. I should have done one this week and I've not done yet. I'll have to do one Monday. I think that might be... Oh, mind you, Monday the check tank's going on. Oh, I'll have to see what I'm going to do. Yeah, I think I still might do a World of Fail Monday. And I might even do 2 videos Monday. I might do an overview of the new map, sort of fly around it, and a World of Fail. I think that would be quite useful, because I never know where to go on a new map, and I'm sure you guys are the same, you just don't know where to go. So if I can go into a training room and do a sort of fly around and have a look at it, and you guys can have a sort of bird's eye view look at it then, and see what I can come up with. Anyway, running the Jagdtiger 88, premium German tier 8 tank destroyer. Very, very tough from the front, in fact incredibly so. It's, well, the normal version is tier 9, as many of you will know. And this one is tier 8 version with, I think, the stock engine, or maybe just above stock, and it's got the long 88, the one that's on the Tiger, you know, just loads of German tanks. And it just gets a ridiculous rate of fire on this. I think it's just over 11 rounds a minute, and that's obviously before equipment and everything else. And I know it doesn't sound a lot, but for a long 88, that's a lot. 203 average pen, 240 average damage, and very accurate, as you can see, because I hit that Mutant 6's commander's hatch from that distance. It is a very accurate gun. And if you can keep this thing on a target and keep it firing, it's just devastating, and you can really rack up the damage. And like I said before, it's a very, very tough tank from the front as well. Even the lower glacis is fairly tough. I mean, obviously, you know, you want to try and hide it as much as you can, but it can still take a bit of a hit. And bounce. The upper superstructure's very tough on the front, and so is the upper glacis. And if you can get this hull down as well, you know, it's very hard to shift. Now we've got Sparpanzer. Well, we had Sparpanzer. There's a Motherland down there. Another very tough tank, actually. And he's angled it quite well. And the way he's coming out of there, because he's got his flank mostly covered, he can really angle his front. And I think the upper glacis on those is about 120mm. The lower glacis is angled a bit too much for me to actually pen it. And yeah, the upper glacis is as well. So yeah, he's angled that very, very well. So I'm going to try and go for the commander's hatch. There we go. Although that looked like it went straight through the gun shield. Through the mantle. There's a bit of a weak spot there. That one actually went through the upper glacis, which I was surprised about. I thought it was a bit too angled for that. Right, it was 50-50 though, so here's the Mutant 6 again. I'm going to go for the turret cheeks. There you go. Oh, and there's an E25 on a suicide run. He's going YOLO. It's a bit like a Jack Russell trying to attack a Doberman or something. Yeah, you can wait there, Sunshine. I'll keep you tracked. Yeah, one more into your track. I think you've either burnt your repair kit or you've just given up. And now let's go back to dealing with the Motherland and the Mutant 6. I think I've probably taken a hit from Artie by now, have I? Lost a bit of health, but I've still got a lot to play with. No, there's Artie coming in. Oh no, this is not pre-update. And do you know, I said at the beginning of this match that it's pre-update, and it's not. Wow, what was I thinking? There you go, derpy moment. It's yeah, it's after the update. I just looked at the map then and thought, hang on a minute. Yeah. Do you know, it's a different Jagdtiger one that's before the update. I think I might have used it. So there you go. This is after the update. I'm sure I'll probably get a couple of comments and people will hear me say, yes, this is before the update, this one, it's the last of these ones. And they'll be looking at the radar thinking, no it isn't. And they'll tell me that in the comments, and then a couple of minutes later I'll go, hang on a minute, this isn't before the update, this is after. And then I might get another comment saying, yeah, sorry, I'd not watched it all. That's alright, you can have a little laugh about that as well when you hear this bit. Anyway, we are in quite dire straits now. They're in our cap. Had to turn around to come back. It looks like we were either the closest or the only ones there to deal with it. There you go, it's dealt with. But I've got to try and get rid of this IS. However, the heavy tank that was there with me has decided to turn around and come with me. And that, I kind of get his point, you know, if there was anything there that I might not have been able to handle. However, it's allowed, well, this light tank to come up behind us, and I can't turn around very quickly. So I do appreciate the gesture and the fact that he came to help. However, this bloody little ELC has managed to get behind. Let's see if I can get rid of him. Oh, and the Mutant 6 as well. So yeah, he really kind of could have done with possibly just staying where he was, defending that bit while I turned around and dealt with whatever was at cap. And you know, he could have held them off. However, that didn't happen, and now he's dead. Yeah, and I'm in the shit. Bloody ELCs. Who'd buy the damn things? Yeah. Oh, damn it. I nearly burnt him to death, but no, he survived, that cheeky little French bastard. Anyway, that one unfortunately was a defeat, but I came out of that with 162,000 silver. This thing can earn money, and just under 5,000 damage done with just over 5,000 blocked. High caliber and a first class mastery. So yeah, quite happy with that result, even though it was a defeat. 41 shots fired, 31 hits. There you go, Jagdtiger 88. I wanted one for quite a while, and I'm not disappointed with it. It is a fantastic money earner. Anyway, there you go, random destruction. Instead of Sunday will be the BT7A, so have a good weekend, and until then, take care out there, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.